My number three, I've talked about recently. I can't remember which episode that was, but this one is called Last Will. And you are living a weird life because you're trying to get rid of everything you have and get fired if you have the expansion and just end up being the worst person you possibly could be. So it's a reverse of life, I feel like. It's instead of gathering
Yes.
things and, becoming great in society and having lots of friends, you're trying to lose it all. Kind of like the Brewster Millions story, where your uncle gave you money and you're trying to spend it. And if you spend the most and have the most debt, then you will be the winner of the game. But the mechanics are so neat in this too. This is a Vladimir Suchi game where this
Hmm.
guy makes such different games. All of his games are so completely different. Underwater cities. Um, he's made one about horses now. Evacuation. Like they're all just all over the place. They don't like he doesn't usually do similar themes, which is very cool because most designers kind of stick to their area, Not all of them. There's a lot that are doing that now, but this one, that's what he does. So this is basically a worker placement and card tableau building game. And so you have these little, they're called not worker boys, but I think like they work for you and they go out and do get you things. And so those are the
Like Karen
workers you're
boys.
placing. Yeah, I don't know. That's not what they call them, but it's something like that. But that's
Yeah.
basically what it is. And so they're these little hats, little top hats. Those are your workers.
Oh,
And
okay,
so
yeah.
the first thing you do is you go and you place on this track what type of action um, selection you're going to do for that round. So I might go somewhere and have four actions, but I can place like so many workers. And so it usually goes high action, low workers, or high workers, low actions. Now that's, you really have to balance that because depending where you go on this track, if you're over more to the left, you're going to be a first player to choose once the worker placement starts. So you have to kind of choose wisely because like the juicy ones might be over at the right, but then you're going to be last. And if there's a card out there you really want or an action, you're going to need to go more to the left. So once you've done that, then you kind of go through that and see who was first, and they will take a worker and place it out on the board. And there's different things you can go to do. You can go to collect cards. You can collect. What else? I'm thinking here. This is showing the tableau. Oh, you can go and sell or buy things. And the neat thing is you can adjust the market. So if you, because you want to buy high and sell low, which sounds so backwards, but you might want to manipulate the market so that when you go buy this house, it's going to be super expensive. And then it will depreciate a bit, but then when you go to sell it, it's going to be cheap, super cheap, so that you're losing all this money. You want to lose as much money as you can. Um, you might go to a spot where you just go to the opera and it's just spending money. You can go to all these different spots, but then you're going to do your card play, and it's neat because you have this little player board that has slots for cards, and it takes an action to play a card, but then you have on your card tableau different things. You might have some free actions that you can like pull down cards, and you can, which will let you go out for dinner. And if you take your horse with you, then you spend more money. So because I mean, it's going to be expensive to bring a horse into the restaurant and stupid things like that. You might,
Oh my God.
bring a lady and she's really like needs all this stuff. So you're like, yeah, I need those high, um, oh, what's the word? Like, they need so much stuff. The high, with maintenance women or whatever, and I need to
Right.
bring her because she needs all these fancy things, and it's just so funny. You have like friends that will help you out and they'll give you more actions. So you might have a guy that you put as an action, so you take away an action, but then he gives you three more. So you're like, okay, cool, and then I can play more cards. You can replace cards on your tableau, and it's a thinkier game. I would say it's up there in heavy, not super heavy, but because of all the different, trying to figure out what actions, what workers, how many I'm going to do, and all that, and what cards I'm going to play. The tags on the cards can add to make things more expensive. So then it's great because I need to, buy a ring. You get engaged. I need to buy a ring and champagne and all these things. And if you have all these cards, you can add to that one action. It's just a really cool little game. And I had recently acquired Prodigal's Club, which is a sequel to this, and it's even funnier, but you can actually use that as an expansion to this game, which I haven't
Right.
tried yet, but it just makes it more it would make it a longer game, but it would be really interesting, like epic kind of life where you're trying to build and become a total waste to society. So it's a reverse of the game of life, but it's a neat one, and that's yeah my number three, Last Will.
That's interesting. I still haven't played this one. I really need
No,
to.
yeah, you need to play that one.